let me say this. My social media, I'm the funniest nigga on that motherfucker. You hear me? Don't come to my page trying to be funny, cause I get real funny. Say what you will. What episode is this? It's 59. 59 plus days.
It's hot, bro.
And I knew it was gonna be hot because they lights just came back on. They didn't have no lights. So I texted her. I was like, "Can you please ensure that the building maintenance cut the AC on?" And she was like, "Yeah, he just told me that he's gonna click it on."
Here's the thing, it's just us.
All right. Just Us Pod, episode 59. And because we have a guest, I am Fabian to the right of me.
Ken.
To the right of him.
Ray from the Mo. What's up?
What's up, Ray? To the right.
Welcome.
Her.
Mr. Dennis. Today I'm Mr. Dennis.
That sounds old as hell.
Yeah.
That sounds old as hell. What's up, Ray? How you doing?
I'm good. I'm excited.
Glad you can join us.
Welcome.
So tell us a little bit about yourself, kind of what you do. We already know you from the motor. You know, I don't know why most city people gotta make it known.
Every time.
Like it's a whole nother country or something. But Ray from the Mo, let us know a little bit more about yourself.
Well, officially, my government name is Raven B. I am from Missouri City, Mo City's finest. I am 33 years old. I am a mother of two. I am a full-time entrepreneur. I do own a business, The/Beauty Co. I have been an entrepreneur for 7 years. So eyelashes, waxing. I'm your girl. Dang, it's like you don't know about yourself when you gotta talk about yourself.
I know every time. But let's stay on the entrepreneur thing for just a second. Okay. Say the name of the business again.
The THE/SLASHED Beauty Co.
That'll be right there on the screen somewhere for y'all to go follow our girl.
Yeah, I'll make sure y'all got all my info.
Send the best picture you got of the business. It'll
yeah,
be
man. So y'all
Yeah,
go check out Old Raven, man. Get our services and whatnot.
I wax men too. We can talk about that in a minute.
What
That's
is
not
it?
how that goes, bro.
I was just about to ask, what's that? Have you done it
What
before?
made you do that?
Yeah, I'm
Straight-
trained.
Straight men come?
Yes.
Often?
Yes.
Really?
Yes. I have learned that men that love their women will do whatever their women say. Oh, I'm here because my woman, I'm so tired of her complaining. My woman, she wanted like this. My woman, she wanted like that. It's vice versa, too.
Right.
Because I wax women. They be like, oh, my husband, he like to leave a lot of hair. Or he like a little bit of hair. I don't want to look like a little girl.
Okay. So most times when men go, it's because they women saying, you too hairy. You need to go get that taken care of.
Yes.
Okay, that
or
makes
they
sense.
are homosexual. Or they're bodybuilders.
Oh, yeah, them bodybuilders don't like no hair.
That's
Yeah,
the market I need to tap into. Because they
well.
got to be hairless.
Yeah, they be.
You never had a wax?
No, sir.
You?
No, I've had my underarms waxed, but that's it.
I've tried it
even
once.
You got a Brazilian? A Brazilian?
Whoa, yeah.
Well, that's what I thought you were saying when you said you got waxed.
Not a Brazilian, but yeah. I
got
don't
waxed
know.
before?
Yeah.
What did you get waxed?
When? Or where?
What on your body?
My nuts.
That's like the same. So just that area, not the top, the whole thing.
Just yeah. My man region.
Okay, I'm not
So
sure.
nah. So the balls and the Johnson, every day?
Yeah, just that.
I've been knowing this motherfucker for so long, bro.
I would have never guessed
Never
that,
would
bro.
have thought that.
So what about the gooch?
That's included.
They hit the gooch?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got your booty hole waxed.
No.
Oh, wait. So what I just did isn't so crazy unless you bent over for it.
I didn't bend over. You lay back on your back, bro, and you don't pick your legs up. That's why
They do if they get the butt waxed.
See,
But
I
if
ain't
he
do
opted
that.
out, so he didn't.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll never do it again. Not to scare none of your potential customers off.
Did it
but
hurt? Why won't
We
you
don't
do it
use
again?
hurt.
That
Okay. Well,
Discomfort.
okay. I'm sorry.
It's okay. When you say hurt, people get to.
discomfort in large bold letters.
What was
My
the pain?
thing. My shit
Out of
tingling.
10, what is the pain for you? What was
Out of
it?
10?
Yeah.
It's not the most painful thing I've ever experienced because I've torn ACLs, broke arms, and shit like that. But it was a 9.9. No, no. Let me be more serious. It was a good It was probably about an 8, which is
That's up there,
yeah,
especially for your first time.
Yeah.
And then it depends on who you went to, what their skill level is.
yeah.
All of that matters.
And then the lady left like a little small piece of wax.
That's
so
cold.
I'm going to take a shower and I hit that little piece. I was like, oh shit. Yeah, and I had.
Why did you do it?
Like she said, you woman, because I already used the little trimmer. I believe in man.
Yeah, me too.
bro.
Yeah,
I
for
saved
sure.
my shit up.
Yeah.
But she was like, let's try it. Let's go do wax
I
one
normally
time.
go
And I
with
was
one.
like,
I normally take it down to a 1.
The one guard?
Huh?
The one guard?
Yeah, like this. Yeah. You know how you get it fades. I just normally go for a 1.
you put a little part in it too.
Nah.
Put the
I
little
did
certified
edge it up
lover
one
boy
time.
heart.
I like a man with hair.
I mean,
The
women.
ball is all right, but the hair just.
I mean, you know, when it's less hair, you give us like another half inch.
Yeah,
So you know, it looks a little.
I'll take it. Pause.
I guess I don't have a penis.
Right.
Nah, it's just, for me, it's a cleaner look. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And then hair holds odor and extra dirt
I
too.
was just about to
That
say,
too.
in the fields that we work in, we sweat all day too.
Sweat a
So
lot. Last thing you want to do is, even though you coming home to take a shower, you take them drawers off.
woo.
You
And
gotta
that
smell
excess
yourself.
humidity and funk, just reach up and pow.
And why we talking about funk? Just real quick. Hey man, y'all can't taste y'all breath. I know you can taste that it stank. I don't know if I'm getting old. Y'all know where I'm coming from? Like, you ever smell somebody's breath, you like, I know you taste that, brother.
To be honest, I don't even get close to people enough to
But sometimes it be so bad.
It be, oh my,
But that's when it's like in the gums.
yeah, it's something you need to go see somebody.
Yesterday, went to work. I was only up there for a couple hours because there wasn't no power. Right. Somebody was talking to me, and I knew that they had just had some of that matcha tea. Right.
What's the matcha tea?
It's like,
It's a powder.
yeah.
It's green.
Oh, okay, I've seen, like, they do, okay, when they do, like,
They started talking to me. Y'all already know I got a weak ass stomach. I had to. The light came on. Oh no! I thought the lights just flickered
So,
just now. That shit was
Why
so bad.
don't nobody feel comfortable to say, hey,
Ain't my business.
Oh, hey, listen. If y'all know me by now, and all of y'all have known me for a while, y'all know I cannot not say nothing. Hey, stop talking to me. Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth.
no, that's not the same as saying,
No.
You got some-
It leads to, you need to go see a toothbrush and toothpaste, sir.
Y'all got dental insurance where you work?
What? Yes. Yes.
Say, player, why don't you go exercise and benefits?
Man, y'all got to get that to. We are too old, man. Especially if you're a functioning citizen. Like, if you got a job and you out here, you regular, bro, you can't be out here like that. That's wrong, man. It pierces my soul.
I think body odor is worse though.
Both of them is the one and the same.
Cause I've walked behind where people was and they stench was still standing there.
BO is worse in the sense of like affecting you, like the person that doesn't have the BO that smells it. But I think breath affects both parties, right? Like
Obviously
because
not.
you like to your point, like you have to taste it. That
Obviously
shit,
not. Cause bro, you ever woke up in the morning, you know, like you got morning breath and you
Yeah,
you
and
don't
it
want
be
to
worse
talk.
some more.
You don't want to talk.
You don't want to say nothing.
Exactly. So obviously they can't smell it because they come to work talking.
and they used to it.
Yeah.
That's nasty.
I don't know.
I think it's like, you know, people's house be stink and they get nose blind. Maybe they get nose blind or mouth blind. Like they can't tell
You
their
right
own breath
about
stink.
that, because people do not be knowing.
Yeah.
Moving right along. So it feels like the Drake and Kendrick beef is over.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Final thoughts, final results. What we thinking?
I think it was great for hip hop,
Uh-huh.
for sure. I don't think that in hip hop, we haven't been this excited in quite some time. I think that it was a great show. It was a great battle. I think in the end, both artists really win. I don't think anybody took a hit to where it's like, all right, super detrimental to them. And we got great music. We got great music. The last record was just fire. So I was a Crip for a day. I was a Blood for a day. Then I got over it, but I still jam it. You know, but yeah, that Shit was hard.
What you think, Raven?
Well, y'all may not know, but I'm like Drake's #1 fan. Drake is my favorite rapper. He's the GOAT, one of the GOATs. I enjoyed it. I actually had to realize that I may be a little too attached to Drake because I really started to feel a little salty towards Kendrick. I was like, man, I'm ready to fight. I don't like this. And I'm very musically in tune, but I had to remove myself because I was like, Drake don't know you. Maybe one day, Drake.
Shout out Drake.
Maybe he gonna see this.
Yeah,
Maybe he might need a wax.
You know,
he looked the type. No Diddy.
Oh shit. But I enjoyed it. It comes on my playlist. That They Not Like Us is a banger. You cannot deny it, regardless of whose side you on. Kendrick did what Drake did to Meek back in 2016. So what comes around goes around. But overall, I enjoyed it. I liked it.
Same. I enjoyed it. Great music all around from everybody with both parties. Very good. And I also find that like the more that you listen to them, they get better and better for some reason. It's not like you know other songs where they reach a peak after certain times of listening, they start to fall off. No, they still like jam each and every time. If you're asking who I think the victor is, I think it's Kendrick. And just from my perception or my own take, I don't think it really hurts his career.
Speaking about Drake?
Yeah. But I don't think we will often see him with those same acts that we have seen him with. Whether if you go, because we already know West Coast is unified. Some of those dudes not going to get on another track with.
As far as who? That matter.
Well, the people, he hasn't, honestly, you made a point, but I'm just saying,
yeah, none of them do.
He don't go to he ain't been to the West Side for music in a long time anyway.
Yeah,
I think the Game is probably the only one that he would still do a record with.
Let's just be honest. The
but
West
I was also
ain't
gonna
been
say,
in the music. They ain't had a foot in the game in a minute.
No, you still got as far as like charting, no, but you still get great music come from the West. Yes, you do.
Who?
Kendrick is from the West. Ab Soul is from the West. Everybody in TDE is from the West.
All right, so
that's what I'm saying. Is you talking about people that's charting, but they still
not charting. I'm not talking about charting. But I'm saying that's in people's car. You get in there.
You talking YG?
Okay, when's the last time you heard a YG track?
YG just dropped a.
I said
record.
you. What is it? What's the track?
I don't know the name of
it.
No.
Put your phone down.
No, because I was just listening to it.
I also wasn't finished. Because if you go back down to Atlanta, like everything like I said, it's perception based. He probably can't go to Atlanta. You probably want him on.
You are nuts.
That's my perception.
No, I
yeah, you might not hear him on another Lil Baby song. You might not hear him on if Thug get out. You might not hear him on Thug song.
Why?
Because of what he said. What Kendrick said. It makes sense. But it's perception based.
Right. Just to the Atlanta notion, then I'll tell my take about the whole thing. 21 was already on live, and he was like, man, I think they're going to get over it. Me and Drake going to make some good music this summer. Like, that's – okay, anyway. I should have fucking known when Kendrick was in broad daylight doing sit-ups and push-ups to old school fucking music, man. Should have fucking known. I, too, Raven, am a Drake fan. And
fan is an understatement.
I wanted to no, I'm a regular fan, bro. I'm not.
I had a dog, my poodle, his name was OVO.
Yeah, that's nasty. That's a different level.
Why did you laugh?
That's a different level. That's crazy. OVO is crazy.
Rest in peace to my dog.
No, I wanted what? No. I wanted Drake to win this battle, man, but that they not like us. I got like 4 drafts of TikToks I made off that motherfucker that I don't want to post. I don't want to post because it's to my dog. Nah, man. Hey, man, what a fucking battle. What a fucking great back and forth. Kendrick definitely won. Like, if he wasn't already winning, They Not Like Us is crazy. And people are saying it's the song of the summer. I disagree. That $1 Million Baby is.
$1 Million Baby is
I'm not gonna lie.
crazy.
It's 1A and 1B. Like that $1 Million
Two
Baby.
different vibes. I give them that. Like 2 different vibes for sure. If I'm riding, I'm gonna listen to Kendrick. Like in the daytime though.
But this
does that make sense? Like
yeah,
it's a
it do.
daytime record for
But
sure.
I think on the West Coast, like if you go west,
Mm.
you gonna get They Not Like Us. But everywhere, that $1 Million Baby,
Yeah.
come, bro, it's
shit's
like
hard.
the clubs just go stupid. They Not Like Us come on, it's good because people be like, he fucked Drake up.
Yeah.
Like that's the notion in the spot. But $1 Million Baby just make everybody vibe. But anyway,
Wait,
Kendrick definitely won.
I don't mean to
Kendrick
cut you off, but back to the $1 Million Baby. Do you like the regular version or the VHS version?
Bro, I like the VHS
That
version.
shit is
That shit
hard.
crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out to what's his name? Tommy
Richardson.
Richmond. Oh,
Richmond.
yeah, Richmond.
Whatever.
That's hard. But nah, yeah, bro. Anybody who do pull-ups and push-ups in LA to old school music in the daytime, like he not one of the most famous rappers, I don't think you should beef with him. Yeah, I don't think you should do that. Nah, but Drake held his own, bro. People seem to forget that, it was a 20v1. People seem to forget, and he really came out unscathed, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Because, honestly, what's really going to happen? Like we said, we talked about the West Coast thing. There ain't a rapper on the West Coast that's hot enough to even go to get on the track that's going to do anything for Drake. As far as the South, that still remains to be seen. But like I said, that's already artists alluding to the fact that they going to continue to work with him.
I don't think Drake needs a feature, bro, these days, bro. I think Drake can put out an album by himself, and it'd be hard.
This is another thing that came up out of this that I want to talk about too. People were talking about damn, I lost my train of thought that fast. It was a bird that hit the window. I was what the fuck. But anyway,
Beat your ass and hide the Bible. It's like God watching is like best line out of that whole thing, by the way.
the They Not Like Us. Man, he had some shit in that. That whole track is crazy. That whole track is crazy. No, what the fuck was I about to talk about, bro? I can't fucking remember. What did I say before that?
Talking about Drake.
You were saying people in Atlanta, pretty much 21 said he was going to get on the song with him.
And
he was
then-
talking about
Oh.
he don't need a
So,
feature.
Joe Budden. This is like the only topic that he's been willing to talk about on his pod for like the last 4 pods. But they are saying they alluding a lot to shit that's going on behind the scenes, right? Saying, it's coming out now only because everybody is tired of Drake. Like they tired of him, right?
Mhm.
Shit that's happening behind the scenes. What are y'all thoughts about shit like that?
Speaking to like the way that they were discussing the way he moves like with women, right? I think we all know somebody like that, right? Like everybody knows that version of somebody. To the point that I think that I've even been that version of somebody at one point in my life. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, you get a little motion, you're a little bit more out there, and what you couldn't have back then, you don't give a fuck who they're associated with, you're gonna get it now.
Right.
I think that was like a really valid point.
A valid point as to what?
Like the point that they were making why people don't like him, right? Like these are some of the things that are going on behind the scenes of
But my
like
question
they're
is,
fed up with that type of shit.
right? But my question is, what does that have to do with the music?
Nothing. That's what I'm saying. Like it's more personal
Right.
at that point. Like so, it's personal feelings getting in the way of business feelings. So, but I thought I will say there are certain parts of the last episodes that Budden did the breakdowns that were like, I don't really agree. For the most part, though, I thought it was a solid breakdown of the entire
So
thing.
them talking about Drake in the aspect of, the heads of these corporations are tired of.
That
Drake.
part.
Like there's a lot of Joe Budden is sitting there telling us that he knows inside people that are telling him that they're tired of Drake being the face. Pretty much, right? That's what he's saying. He's saying that Kendrick was chosen to take down this big entity. If I'm saying this wrong, stop me.
I'm trying to remember the part of the.
It's the 4-hour episode.
That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to remember like That's when they're talking about Larry Jackson and shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember the point exactly, bro.
Okay, this is what I'm getting at because all I heard was you niggas mad because your bitches are willing to fuck him.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I heard, bro. And now that somebody had the balls enough to go at him, all of y'all want to go at him too.
Yeah.
That's all I heard. Be mad at your bitch.
Yeah.
Be mad at your bitch.
Instagram got your bitch.
Instagram got your bitch.
Yeah.
I can't find it in my heart to agree with some shit that you so mad that every time a bitch come around, they willing to fuck Drake.
Yeah.
Nigga, choose a better bitch.
Or step yourself up, bro.
Or step your shit up. Like, I'm not understanding. Like, that's the part where I'm like, okay, y'all really basing this whole argument off the fact that he moved grimy into business by fucking bitches that y'all bring around?
Yeah.
I don't think that's such a good take.
Similar into this discussion, right? Is there somebody, like when you were out moving around and shit, right? Is there somebody that would walk in, just a regular guy that you might know or that you see around a lot, whatever, where as soon as that motherfucker walks in, you're like, damn, it's my biggest competition, bro. Every fucking time. It's the same motherfucker.
I've never had that feeling.
Bruh.
I don't move
I
like
wouldn't
that.
say that it was like in competition, but I
don't
definitely
move like
think
that.
that it was like, here this motherfucker go again. Like we talking to the same bitches every fucking time.
I mean, okay, if you
You
want
know
to
what
put
I'm
it,
talking about too, but
if you want to put it like,
I know
oh,
exactly
we
what
talking
you're
about the same, we talk to the same women.
yeah.
I mean, I get that part, but as far as walking in the room and seeing Ken like, God damn, this nigga here again ain't gonna get no bitches.
Yeah.
Hell no, no. But that's how the way that they're talking. That's how they talking about Drake.
I know why you felt like that too. That motherfucker a foot taller than
Bruh,
you.
but we look completely different.
Yeah, I do.
Same bitches.
That's crazy.
Sorry, same women.
That's crazy. Nah. But it just felt like it never felt like they were giving points to something that was super serious.
Mm-hmm.
Like I thought something was gonna come out like, oh, he doing this. So all of y'all got mad and decided once Kendrick said, bring that ass outside, now it's time for all of us because he been fucking our bitches all these years.
Yeah.
That sounds fucking crazy to me.
I hate that if that's what it really is, then that is weak for them to step
But
up
that's
and
been,
say
I
something.
know you've been watching the pods.
Yeah.
So that's all they've been really
but
talking
I
about.
also I saw, TikTok got his hand in the pot.
Mm-hmm.
And social media is very involved. I saw a dude, and I tried to send y'all the video, but people must have had it taken down because it ain't there no more. It was a dude. He was far-fetched, right? Very far-fetched. He said that the beef was has a tie-in to the war that's going on. And I guess they got certain entertainers and rappers to like pick a side or sign off on something. And Drake didn't sign it, or he did. And the president of UMG, which is Lucian Granger or something like that.
Oh, that sounds like some conspiracy theory.
Yeah,
shit.
exactly. Like I say, it's far-fetched. Yeah. And that's why you also hear like the higher-ups are mad at him as well. And I ain't gonna lie, like some of the numbers that I'm seeing from Kendrick, I'd be like, all right, bro, this is the songs are good, but why all three of these songs reaching this plateau of like
and fast
like,
too.
Exactly. So
fast
it makes
too.
you think like maybe UMG is pushing a certain narrative.
Well, I mean,
I wouldn't say like it's actually a war involvement, but like some of these, like I ain't gonna lie, I didn't think Meet the Grams would peak that high because it's not very good sonically, but it has. So that's what makes you think like maybe he did piss somebody off, and they putting a backing behind some of these songs. Yeah. Not like us. You can't speak for that. That shit is a missile. You can't touch it. It's scalding hot.
And then nothing else came afterwards. So it's like the last thing that dropped of the beef, and it's that hot, and it's a mustard beat.
I also think that a lot of people were waiting to hate Drake publicly.
Oh yeah.
So I don't think, although I think Kendrick has a very solid and big fan base, I don't think that the streaming, the plays, the sales are driven by his core fan base more than people that hate Drake.
Yeah, yeah.
And then it's not even like I don't hate him. I'm gonna be honest. I do not hate Drake. Do I think he's corny sometimes? Yes. I don't think it's many people who don't think he can be corny at times, right? But also my biggest gripe with Drake was I just wanted to hear him rap. And I got that from this beef. So I'm happy. Because I knew he could rap, but I just want to hear you do it. I don't want to hear you sing about Monique you left at the Sheraton back on Holly Park or some shit, bro.
But
like
see,
that don't
to me,
I don't care about that. I wanna
That's
hear
what
you
makes
rap.
Drake the most unique person in the game. Because he's willing to do that.
Right.
And he knows that y'all don't care for it and that y'all pretty much hate it. So I'm gonna keep doing this shit because it's good music every time he does.
No, I'm not knocking
You know
him
what
for
I'm
it. That's his thing. It's just what I want. You know, sometimes I don't be wanting to hear that. I don't know. Just like a basketball analogy, bro. Like Bron can go to the cup anytime he want to. Why the fuck you still out here shooting these threes?
I have a question.
Yeah,
Favorite Drake song?
that's a loaded question.
Right off the top, I'm gonna go me in the 6 or you in the 6.
Okay.
Damn, you can't ask me that shit like that.
Either it's out of 2. 4 p.m. in Calabasas or Do Not Disturb.
You gonna ask me?
I got one. I got one.
think-
And the one I don't ever hear nobody say
Wait, let me pull up.
That's how you know you're a Drake
Drake
fan.
record.
What song is it?
Underground Kings. UGK.
Oh, yeah.
Take
Okay.
care.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's hard. That's a good one.
Take Care just had the 47th best album of all time.
Yeah.
What it was listed as.
But
Family
they say he don't.
Matters. I think you said it right. Family Matters was the best diss record and would age the best. Did you say it?
Yeah.
I totally agree. After
Yeah.
listening back to it, I was
Family
like,
Matters will
this is
age
probably
the best
the
out of
best.
all of the tracks.
Like-
100%. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
It's gonna age the best.
well,
And-
it's not going to age, in my opinion, it's not going to be aged better than the They Not Like Us.
Well, only because I agree because when you turn that motherfucker on the club,
Yeah,
motherfucker gonna hit the yeah. But anyway, Meet the Grams gonna be the worst. 616 gonna be better than Meet the Grams.
616 LA hard than the
Hey,
motherfucker.
I
Hey,
think
and-
616
that shit hard.
beat wise is probably the hardest.
And look, I'm
Maybe.
I'm
I need to go
backtracking
back.
because I
said
think
you
on
didn't
the
like it.
I said I didn't like it, but They Not Like Us made me listen to 616 for the first 2.5 minutes. He ain't even talking about the beef. He on that motherfucker snapping
On some whole nother shit.
on some whole other shit. It was almost like it was another song, but some of it could tie to a fucking Drake up, so he decided to put it on the back end.
Yeah.
And bro, I'm like, okay, nah, this motherfucker.
And that's the only one he ain't got on streaming services.
And you can't.
I'm so
You
mad.
only
Y'all-
got to listen to that motherfucker on Instagram.
Instagram.
And it feels like he gonna take it off.
Don't say that.
It feels like he
I'm
gonna
about to
take
go-
it off.
I'm gonna screen record that shit as soon as I leave here.
Hey, what's up with the? And I was looking last night. What's up with the Joe Jaworski? The only person that Kendrick is that Kendrick too? It's the only person that he follows because he got way more content on that page of him, like hooping, doing all kind of real life shit.
I never seen that.
It fucked me up last night. I was at work.
on his Instagram. It's the one
He
person
followed one person, and his name Joe Jaworski, and it's him though, doing regular life shit with his partners. He holding his baby when he was
Jojo
born.
Ruski.
Jojo Ruski.
I'm looking at the car. It's a grand ass.
How hard?
This might be his.
It's like his Finsta type
Bro, I'm
shit.
finna follow this shit because some of these pictures are hard.
Like it's just him doing regular life shit, traveling.
Yeah.
I didn't know nothing about
Yeah,
that.
I was like,
You know, I
okay.
don't do really know.
Yeah.
I don't do no digging.
Look,
I'm really-
hey, look, that's what made me say. I was like, this nigga's in broad daylight.
oh, that's where that came from.
Nigga, that's what he was really doing that.
I've seen it on social media.
Oh, he
but-
came from his page. This
Oh,
nigga
okay.
doing jailhouse push-up.
seen
I'm
it.
like,
and I was wondering, like, why he only doing 2 push-ups?
because he was going to the curl up bar too.
I saw it after the fact on the longer version. My shoes finna come apart.
You been having the motherfuckers.
Yeah, it's
Um,
gonna be the second time.
We can come back to that topic later.
Favorite song?
Yeah, you didn't say your favorite
Bro,
song.
I can't answer that question, dog. I can't answer that fucking
Bro,
question.
because
have
so many
one?
come to mind too. Jaded is hard.
Okay, the one like when y'all keep asking the question, I don't know why Teenage Fever just keeps coming to my mind.
That
Terrible
one.
selection
like-
right now.
Huh?
That's a
It's
good
a
one.
terrible
Too.
selection right
Yeah,
now.
it is. It's very and let me say
But
this.
it's a vibe.
No. I
It
know
is
what he's
hard.
talking about.
Yeah.
But let me say this. my social media, I'm the funniest nigga on that motherfucker. You hear me? Don't come to my page trying to be funny, because I get real funny. I just want to say that. Because motherfucker thought they was funny. I had to tell him he ain't funny.
Man, that man ain't worried about you, bro.
Yeah, he is.
No, he not.
He is.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Y'all-
I'm the funniest nigga on my
y'all
page.
dumb. Y'all damn near the same person.
Nah, he try to be.
But he about a foot taller than you too. So.
he try to be. I'm the funniest nigga on my page. I say, nigga, you want to be funny? I got some funny for your ass.
Yeah, that was terrible.
That was terrible.
That was a bad.
You
take
gotta
on him.
know. Let's go into
Catch me up, please.
yeah.
Hold on. So going into the comment that you are talking about, right? The one you just posted.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming.
And I was gonna do it yesterday, and I didn't. And then he retracted and did some other shit. So I had to fuck him up.
It was bad timing on
Yeah,
him,
it
but-
was.
I'm the funniest nigga on my page, bro. Stop playing with the GOAT. I do this. I've been chilling though. Been chilling. So don't make me get in my bag. I can make you look crazy. But video resurfaces of the diddler doing diddler shit. Oh my God. Oh my God. Now, I was on record. Me. I never denied that he was fucked up for whatever it may have happened, what she said happened to her. But I was big on she wants a payday because I don't know what it is, but she want a payday.
There was something out there.
There was something
that
out there
was
that
gonna validate.
she want
Yes.
that goddamn payday.
Yeah.
That was my whole stance. But boy, this man put feet on this woman. This man put feet. Listen, boy, the one nigga, my daddy, this is the one thing. He said, when you fighting a man or whatever you doing, don't you ever kick a man when he down. This man put feet on a woman. Bro, that was gross.
Yeah. So terrible camera footage, by the way.
Hey, I'm gonna say this. That's a nice ass hotel room, wasn't it?
You saw inside the hotel room?
Y'all didn't? When he was running out, nigga, that's the whole hotel. When he was running out, that's still inside the room.
Yeah.
Even the elevator, bro, that's the room.
Oh, really?
Nigga.
I thought that was the hallway.
I did too.
Nigga, I looked shit up, bro. That bitch hard.
At that level, that entire floor is yours.
Bro, nigga, that.
So there wasn't a bunch of doors on the side?
nigga,
different rooms.
Room, bro, that's
But
one.
he had the whole floor.
Yes.
It's like the king suite type
Nigga.
thing. Presidential,
Yo,
whatever the fuck you want
yikes.
to call it. Yeah.
Yo,
So it's
that-
like a family suite.
bro, I looked it up.
Family? What? The whole entire family. Mama and daddy
You ever
side.
seen a movie and they go to the king suite and you see the suite and you're like, damn, that look like a whole house.
But I thought it would be more open. That's what threw me off.
When he came running around, I'm like, damn,
You
he
tell
in the
I ain't
lobby.
used to shit.
Me neither. I'm like, damn, he in the lobby. But as I kept repairing, I was like, oh,
And
shit.
that's what I was wondering, like, why he felt so comfortable to run out here in this towel.
No,
only.
nigga, that was in the room. That nigga was coming out of the elevator, only that elevator for that room. Anyway, continue. I just had to
But
put that out there. That
I was gonna
terrible.
say the camera footage was bad because on first watch with no context, like I ain't read the caption and nothing. I thought he was just whooping on the dude. And then I went back and I got more information and I was like, oh shit, he did that to Cassie. That's nasty. That is terrible.
And it recently came out that nothing can happen to him
I did see that.
as far
Too
as
old of
the
a-
law in LA.
This was 2016.
But he done. He's cooked.
Yeah, and I did see that as well. And with 50 Cent, you know, he been all over this shit, like trolling and all, you know, making the mockery of him. But the one thing he did say that made sense was the law been knew this, and they probably been had their hands on the video, so it wasn't necessarily to prosecute him
It was just
in
to,
law, but it's for us as people to say, look at this
start
man.
breaking him down.
Yeah, like
stop.
get him out of there.
Like everything that's about to happen, and I feel like that's the first thing of, okay, we don't have shit to get him,
Yeah.
but let's ruin him.
Let's start.
And this is the first step.
Let's start ruining
There's
or
absolute-
influencing public opinion,
Facts.
basically.
There's absolutely no way anybody of any caliber that has some kind of power They can no longer associate themselves with you.
Yeah.
Like I can't be seen with you. I can't do anything with you. Like what are y'all initial thoughts when y'all see something like that?
What the fuck made him do that? Not like on her, not like what she did to him, but like what possessed him as a man to do that to a woman. Like why would he do that?
I've always wanted to know what got a man that bad to want to do that to a woman.
I'll speak last because I have personal experiences.
Okay.
I mean, when I first saw it, it was like, okay, there's some validation to what the claims were with the lawsuit that was in place.
We knew that anyway.
Um,
Cause you don't come at somebody that powerful and not have nothing.
And the way he paid so soon.
Oh man, he was like, "Take the money now."
Was what, within 2 days or something like that?
Was it 2 days?
Like that?
I
Yeah.
think we
the
was
next
talking
day.
about it all that day, and when we woke up,
Yeah.
she had a wire. It was quick.
Mm-hmm.
And it also makes sense, like, okay, you sell all your,
Yeah,
liquidate as
shares,
much as you
yeah.
can, whatever you had going on.
He didn't
before
sell.
this
He
goes
took
out.
his name off of being the primary owner. So he still is getting money from those things, but he can't be sued for them or it can't be taken away from whatever entity that he gave it to.
And then he stepped down as the president of Revolt, right? Or some shit like that.
Because if he's the first name, and he learned that from Cassie, she taught him a valuable lesson because she didn't sue, and I think I heard this on another podcast, The Poor Horseman, the lawyer. She was on there. She said Cassie did something smart. She sued all of his estates and things that had his name attached to it.
She basically sued his umbrella rather than suing him.
Exactly. And that was big. So that made him then go, I need to take my name off this shit. Because if this shit starts servicing and people start getting all these civil suits, they're going to take all of this shit. So that's simply what he did. But you said you had personal experiences, Raven?
Yes. I've never talked about it publicly, so I have been abused twice physically. One time in high school, I was actually attempted murder. I try not to joke about it when I say it because it's really not a joke. And then a second situation where I felt like I was punched because he busted my lip, but he said he slapped me. So that was different.
So let's talk about this one in high school. What start from when it started, the action, to afterwards and the aftermath it took on
Well,
you.
we fought all the time. It was my high school boyfriend. So if y'all know him, oh well. We used to fight all the time and like physically fight.
In high school?
Yes.
What used to cause the fights?
The jealous kitty shit.
I'm trying to think because it was so long ago. I mean, yeah, we were kids, but I was going through phones. I've done a lot of things. I don't want to say a recovering toxic person, but
no, but we're not gonna put that on you though. Like,
but I'm a person that take my accountability.
Right.
So I can't just say he was coming at me. He shouldn't have put his hands on me. But we were arguing about, I don't know, stuff back then. Going through his phone, he was cheating on me. But we used to fight all the time, like physically fight, and we did it so much. People used to be like, "Oh, that's just what they do."
so y'all
but
used to fight publicly.
yeah,
Wherever y'all was, just throw them things.
he broke my phone one time. But we were seniors. He was a football player. So at this time, I'm like 140. I was always tough. I've been like 5'9" since I was like fucking 14 years old.
I've been on you a long time. You know, I know.
Right. But I was real skinny, and he was a football player. So, of course, he had muscle. So it was the last day of school, 2008, and we all had went to a classmate's house. And around this time, so I'm just start from January 2008, I had gotten into a physical fight with this girl he was messing with in our class, and I was just over it. I was just so tired of arguing and fighting about females, and I was just like, whatever. So I kind of just stopped from that point on, and I lost my great-grandmother between then, so that's when I really like, I just, I'm over it. So I started backing away from him. So he started to notice, dang, I can't irritate her no more. She's not responding to some of the same stuff that she used to respond to. So the day that the incident happened, it was after school. We were all at somebody's house, and I remember being inside and I'm on my phone and he comes sits next to me like literally with his phone like this, texting other girls, and I'm just like, okay, I know where this is finna go. So I was with 2 other friends. I was like, hey, I'm gonna just go sit in your car because he on a bullshit. I ain't even trying to go there. So I walk outside and he's calling me like, come back inside. I'm like, nah, I'm good. So I call her and I'm like, hey, can we just leave? So for some reason, I'm walking back to the house and he walks out and he's upset because I'm not giving him the attention that he wanted. And we arguing about something. And next thing I know, he has both of his hands around my neck, staring me in my eyes, telling me, you going to lose your life today. And I'm just sitting there like trying to, it's a lot to take in. And I remember so the garage was open and it was a bunch of football players in the garage watching this
Nobody
man.
came to help.
One person, which is he's deceased now.
KJ?
No.
Okay.
I don't know if you knew Travis.
I knew, yeah. Okay.
Travis was the only person that would break us up every time. The only person. Everybody else would that's just what they do. She's crazy, blah, blah, blah. But this man was so serious that he was choking me, my friend. She was trying to come before Travis, obviously he was like, okay, this is for real. Yeah. She tried to help. This man had one hand. He took his other hand and pushed her into her car and dented her car, still holding on to me. And I'm just sitting there like crying because I'm like, oh my God, I'm starting to lose consciousness. I'm just like, I can't believe this is happening. So I kind of I bit him. I bit him as hard as I could because I didn't know what else to do. He lets me go. We start running off to the car. Well, actually, I guess he pushed her in somebody else's car. And he's following us like, bitch, da, 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 da. And I'm just like.
He was in a rage at that point.
Yeah. The fact that he was looking at me, I'll never forget him staring me in my eyes, and he was like, you're going to lose your life today. I don't know if I would have died. I probably would have just been choked unconscious. I don't know. But he tried.
And it was simply because he knew at that point that you was done with him.
Yeah.
He didn't want nothing else to do with him.
Yeah. Damn. Yeah. And the second situation, I have a mouth on me. I can.
Yes, you do.
I can be a pit bull. But same situation. I was with this person, and I found out he was with another woman, and he was actually dropping me off at home because we lived together. He was dropping me off at home to go see her, and I'm like, no, the fuck you not. So he gets in the car. We were at the beauty supply. He get buying shit because he was going out, doing whatever. So we get in the car. I'm on the phone with my best friend, and I'm like, this is kind of low. It's funny. He gets in the car, and I'm on the phone with her. I'm like, girl, this nigga, fuck nigga, blood, talking about this nigga in his face while he in the passenger seat. Shit. I'm driving because I'm pissed.
Pushing
I'm just going off. I'm going off. And then we eventually hang up the phone, and he turns up the radio, and I turn the radio off. He turned up again. I turned it off again. Next thing, he bop. Well, he was sitting where he's sitting. You sure this
wasn't Chris Brown?
I'm sure. But he hits me. He's sitting on this side because I'm driving. So he hits me, and I'm like, what the fuck? And so this is not the first time I've been hit, and I've always told myself, if this ever happened again, I'm fighting back. So I hit him. He hit me again. He hits me again. It's not funny, but it's funny. He hits me again, and I noticed my lip was bleeding. And I pull over into a parking lot, and I'm just crying because I'm like, how do I keep getting here?
Yeah. He punched you while you was driving?
He said he didn't punch me.
But he hit you while you was driving?
We were at where I might have been driving, or I might have been at a stoplight. It was
But I'm saying you was in the driver's seat.
Mm-hmm. I was in the driver's seat.
He crazy for
real. And I just, every time I think back, I get upset because I'm like, you was kind of weak. You should have left him. I actually still drove home with him. Like, it was a lot. I talk about therapy a lot, yeah. But
so that particular incident, the second one that you just spoke about, do you feel like, I don't even want to say that. That's gonna sound crazy. Cause you said you were like mouthing out, like you were going at him like real tough.
But that doesn't give him a reason. I never touched him.
It doesn't. Like, so at what point do you think he was like, bitch, that's enough? That's funny as shit. I don't know why.
It is funny. It is. I mean, I laugh about it. I feel like maybe because I was emasculating him. Like, I'm on the phone with my friend, just
making him feel like a bitch.
Yes. On top of all the other stuff we were already going through. I felt like maybe he needed to take control of the situation. He didn't feel like he's one of those people that have to have control. So I guess maybe at that time he felt like he lost control. So what can I do? I'm a hitter. He never hit me before. But
How long had y'all been together?
that was a while. I was off and on with this man for a long time.
That's a great point. That's a great point. You said that you feel like he needed to figure out a way to gain control of the situation. So he put his hands on you.
Which
And that immediately grabbed the attention of you, and he controlled the conversation.
yeah,
whatever
because
was
at this
going on.
time, and you hit me twice.
Yeah,
So of course now I'm scared. Like
yeah,
In his head, he controlled the situation.
right.
I
in
just
his
want to be
head.
clear with that.
Yeah. In his head.
so
Yeah.
to speak about Cassie, when I saw the video, I mean when I first heard the claims, I immediately believed it. My grandmother always told me more than 2 or 3 people say the same thing about you, it got to be true.
Yes,
We've
indeed.
heard a lot of different things about Diddy,
Yes, indeed.
and I know a lot of people don't like to do the zodiac thing, but I'm spiritual. I believe in zodiacs. Diddy's a Scorpio. I'm a Scorpio. I know how I can get. But when you add just that into power, he got money.
Alcohol, drugs.
Yeah. And I feel bad for her. I feel bad for her, myself, and just anybody. Men too, because men get abused. I'm not gonna leave men out. I know men that they get abused.
That's crazy.
It's a terrible situation. It sucks when we start talking about. We hear these stories about women that try. We call the police. We try to do these things and they don't care. And then next thing you know, we saying R.I.P. because the
Nobody
people
paid
that
attention.
the people that we trust to protect us and do things, they don't do anything about it.
And I want to
hate
move
that.
to that point when you say a lot of people are like, why she waited or why she stayed around that long. I feel like that's filthy because you don't know what's going on and how scared a person is.
Yeah, fear is a real fucking thing.
Especially when, like you said, you felt fear in that moment the second time. Now, the first time it was shock. The second time it was fear. So, people are like, oh, well, she liked it because she stayed around.
I stayed and did more things after that.
So what made you stay? Since people are like, oh, she stayed for a reason or whatever. It wasn't no money in your situation. He wasn't no rich dude. So why did you stay?
And to be more specific, right? Because I think that there's going to be maybe, right? But there's 2 different versions of the reason, right? There's your younger thinking of why you stayed versus as you look back on it today, understanding why you stayed. Like, what would you say? Are they the same or are they slightly different?
Going back to that moment, at the time, I was deeply in love with this person. I wanted to protect him. And because this was not the first time somebody had hit me, I kind of, I don't know. I don't know. Let me think about that for a minute. But back then, I loved him. Man, that's a big part of it. Like, once you let that action, when you really in that action, you can't, I love you today, tomorrow I don't love you.
Yeah.
Like, that's hard. But looking back at it now, ask me the question again.
No, you said something deep. Not even that question. You said something deep. You said you wanted to protect him. And I think a lot of people fail to realize that most women who love someone, like you said, you can't love him right now, and then at 3 o'clock when he put his hands on you, can't stop loving him.
Right.
A lot of people, those 2 things. I love this person. I'm in love with this person, and I want to protect him. I don't want people to know that this is a part of who he is or who he can be at times. Because I don't know him to be that. This was an isolated incident. So I don't know him other than the high school. And I'm talking about the one later on in life.
Right.
This was an isolated incident. So for you, it was, hey, I don't know him to be this. I don't want other people to know him of this. So no, I'm going to protect him. I'm going to keep him in the light that people know him in.
Right.
But the Cassie situation, I think she was just very, very afraid of the power and what he can do to her.
Yeah, and the stuff that we heard he did. Blowing up people's cars.
Yeah. Now I believe all that shit now. Not saying that there wasn't any validity to it then, but now, whenever somebody say he did, I wouldn't give a damn if it was the Lollipop Man.
Yeah.
He did it.
And for me, being an entrepreneur, Diddy has always been one of my idols.
Yep.
And I know people don't, you shouldn't idolize people, but you take him, Master P, it kind of hurt me in a way. I'm like, damn, I got to look at you for who you are, not for who I thought you were,
who I would want you to be.
Right. So
and it sucks, man. It really does.
Does that make you question like his business, like decisions and moves? Do you think there was some
it makes me question a lot
foul
of
play there in order for him to reach that level? Okay.
being a business owner now. And even I'm on a small scale, but I see you cannot be who you gotta be cutthroat. You gotta do things to get killed or be killed.
And to that point, I think that's fair because it has to be that way because it's always been that way. There's no other avenue. You only hear these goody two-shoe stories every blue moon. Everybody don't got these goody. In some form, fashion, it's gonna be I had to step on this and to get to that roach. So I think for Diddy, and this is I don't think a lot of people realize this. Everybody with that power, bro, there's probably a story out there like this.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you guys, what do you think came first? The learned behavior of this using this power in a relationship or in business first? For him, for Diddy. Because if you think about it, right, like it's a form of manipulation, a form of a scare tactic. I'm gonna make sure that I'm gonna make sure you sign this contract. I'm gonna make sure you stay in this relationship. Whatever it is, like. What part came first for somebody like Diddy?
I think it all came simultaneously.
That's what I was thinking.
I think it all came as you don't?
I think this has been rooted in him because Diddy's dad was a drug dealer, from what I've learned, from what I researched, and he was killed at early when Diddy was young. And I mean, we know a lot about drug dealing. There's a lot that go into that. So I feel like he's seen stuff from a child that kind of probably been rooted in him, and then I think it's a personal.
I think you're right, but I also believe that those kind of things don't come out of you when you don't have that power or you don't have the money. Like that kind of shit starts to come out of somebody that's rooted in once you feel like you're untouchable.
Right.
And I think it started to come at the same time. Once he started to gain his name in the industry. And people started to say, oh, this guy is one of the ones. He coming up, and then the money came with it. Then the hits came. Now you got the fame, you got the pop, everything. You got everything now. Now you can point your finger at a woman and say, you sit your ass down before I make you nothing. You know what I'm saying? I think it all comes at the same time. But
he got away with so much that shooting.
So much. He pissed somebody off.
Yeah, because money doesn't necessarily change you. It just amplifies who you really are.
100%.
You know what I mean? So even if that stuff was already rooted in him, like Faye was saying, like once he reached that level of success, now I can, quote unquote, put my nuts on the table and ain't nothing y'all can do with me.
Yeah.
And then, but it's one thing to do it in business wise because, like you say, business is cutthroat. Like leave it at business. You shouldn't bring that into personal lives within your relationships.
But some people can't control that. Like some people don't. It's a blurred line for them.
I don't believe so.
Because for me, the way I'm looking at it is power,
No.
regardless of business or relationship.
But love is no pun intended with my shirt. But love is bigger than all of that, bro. Like if you really love a person, you wouldn't put them through that shit.
That's why I don't think that he really loved her.
Okay, if that's the case, but okay, well, then that's the deciding factor because that wasn't on the table at first on what you asked. You know what I mean? Because it's stuff like I talk to people at my job, bro. I necessarily don't care about a lot of them, but I'm not finna take that whole mentality home because it's just love at my house. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That was something that I told you to hold on to.
Yeah.
Introduce it. Let's talk about it.
Amora Lex. I don't know if y'all have heard, but there's a story that's happened about a week or so ago. She has 5 kids. She gave her kids up to CPS. when I initially saw the video,
Play that.
Who's that?
Ain't nobody.
yeah, that's what I started thinking.
I need to go buy one because
I'm
y'all
like, y'all
obviously y'all.
I left
keeping-
mine in the car. That scared me.
Don't worry about it.
I left mine in the car.
Yeah, he did. He normally bring his. I left mine too. But it was just a lady with 2 babies. She probably was looking for someone.
I was just seeing if it was open.
You finna get well done. You walked in the wrong room.
Bullshit.
And I'm so
Well, I
fucking
felt
nonchalant.
protected. So
Yeah, I'm so
yeah,
nonchalant and delayed. I ain't moved.
Don't you worry.
They jumped.
I wasn't, but I
Oh,
was.
one of y'all would have flew back in this room. I'd have took these glasses off.
God
I
damn.
would have been
the
like, look, I
swinging.
have to replace this mic, but I'm fighting
We
too.
wouldn't have been mad. We wouldn't have but $100. We'd been happy with that $100 and going home safe.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. So.
Yes, I believe her name is Amora Lex, but she gave her 5 kids up to CPS. She went live talking about it. She made statuses about it. And when I saw of the video of her in the CPS office, it was hard for me to not pass judgment. I'm not going to lie. I'm indifferent. And now, once she gave them to CPS a couple of days after, she did a radio interview. And that's when I was like, bitch, I'm about to judge you. As a mother, I can't. I'm going to give some disclaimers for some of the viewers. The way I think now, I have 2 kids, and the way I think as an adult now about people that keep continuously having children that they can't take care of and don't want, I can't fuck with that. We're all adults. We all know when you have sex with somebody raw, what could possibly come out of that. So I'll put a pin there. But for her, at first I was feeling bad for her. I was like, dang, because I've been there. I have two. In these days where I'd be like, Lord, I just can't do this no more. This is hard. And I raise them solely by myself. My help is limited. I'm not going to say I don't have any, but my help is very limited. I'm a single mother. I don't have a man in the house. I have a 14-year-old and a 6-year-old. And I have gone through things where I'm just like, oh, I don't want them anymore. But I didn't want to give them to the state. I wanted their daddies to get them. That's what I felt. After watching her radio interview, I was just like, oh, she just wants to be responsibility free. I get it. I've been there. I'm not judging that part. The part that I'm judging is you continuously had children, and you know what it takes. You already had 2. 2 of them was made from, I don't know if I can say that because I know they kind of censor stuff. So sorry for that. You had 2 kids at a teenage age with something you couldn't control. But the other 3, what happened there? Why didn't you stop after the 3rd? I'm not going to fault you for, okay, somebody took something from me, gave me something I didn't want, but I rolled with it. Maybe I do want love on this 3rd one. Maybe I am going to try and be, and after that didn't work out, when are you going to be like, hey, all right, put a ring on my finger, put me in a house? Like, that's where the judgment comes in for me. And then I heard her say, oh, well, I work and I'm in school. School is an option, baby. You chose to bring those kids here. Whenever we have kids, they don't ask to be here. You don't have to go to school. Yes, it's hard to, elevate your life without school sometimes, depending on what you do, but school is a choice. Unfortunately, when you brought those kids here, you come last. So that's how I feel. Like, it's hard. I'm trying not to judge her, but I do.
No, you made valid points. You know what I mean? You do. Let's just exclude the 2 that came unwarranted.
Right.
That you know what I mean? That came from someone taking something from her. But even when you get to the 3rd, like you said, okay, you realize this is not something that I actually, even if you don't realize it then, you now have 3 babies, you're struggling, you understand that you're struggling, obviously, why are you continuously having children? That's a valid point to me.
That's a question I wish I could ask a lot of people.
How old is she?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't do my research to know that much, but I'm going to say, if not our age, less. In between 25 and 30, I'm going to say. Because she had her first baby at 15, the second one at 18.
Okay.
And one of the baby daddies are deceased.
Okay.
A mother giving their children up to CPS is crazy. Like,
Now, I do want to defend her a bit because when she was in the radio interview, she was like, I do want to get them back. You know, she has plans to get them back. But with my business, I meet a lot of people. I talk to a lot of people. A lot of my clients are, they work for the state. I've heard so many stories. Like, they're not better off there.
oh no.
They're not better off there. And think about your kids. Like, even when I was like, my kids can tell. I'm better now because I talk to them in therapy. But when I was like, oh, I'm so tired of y'all, they felt that.
And I'm glad you being transparent about that because I think a lot of single mothers have that thought. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't want to deal with this. I don't want to do this anymore. I would rather not have these kids with me. It's just a lot. And they feel it. And, you know, and I understand it. And I applaud y'all and kudos to y'all for fighting those thoughts, fighting those feelings, and fighting through and just getting to the next day or even getting to the next hour. You know what I mean? That's tough. I've had my kids by myself before for a while. And when I tell you, good Lord,
Yeah.
y'all are strong. Y'all backs is strong.
Don't give me.
I mean, I know you have. I saw your daughter with the one episode. How many do you have?
3.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this one's tricky. Like this topic in general is tricky because there's a lot of different ways to look at this. If she okay, this is just my first thoughts, right? If you're not able or willing to know what comes along with continuously bringing lives into this world, then you're not going to look into the good, bad, or the ugly of giving your children to CPS, right? So you don't know any better. And this is me just thinking this through, right? So that's one thing. So in her head, if she is saying she can't do this, maybe for her, that was the better option, right? 1. 2, I kind of commend her for also saying, like, I can't do it.
Right.
Yeah, which that to me takes a lot. And that's not even just talking about raising children. I mean, you could talk about this in anything in life. And then the other part is, all right, when you mentioned she continued to bring these children in, we as people do a lot of dumb things continuously until we hit a brick wall. I mean, we can break it down to something simple like I should be saving money, but I'm spending money on this. Yeah. And I keep telling myself that I'm going to do this, but I always go back to doing this. I know that I shouldn't drive when I'm drunk, but I'm going to continue to get behind that wheel when I'm drunk, putting my life at risk, anybody else at risk. So, I mean, there's a lot of variables that go into this, right. But just, without trying to, like you said, without trying to pass judgment and without trying to ridicule somebody, I think, hats off for saying you can't do this and, in what you thought was the right thing to do at the time, giving your children up. The only thing I would say is, do some research, you know what I'm saying, before you make a big decision like that. But it's a very tricky topic because I do know women that have that same feeling. It's like, I just want to, give these kids up. I want to do this. I want to do that. When we had Josh on, right? Like, listening to Josh's story, there's a lot of women out there that kind of feel the same way of, I'm not strong enough to do this. I can't handle this. And in some cases, what's the better option? Yeah. Right? When I look at my own situation with my mom, right? And let's just flip the roles. I say this all the time. I think that my mom made a better man than my dad could have. So my dad not being there is not just necessarily really a bad thing all the time, So there's a lot of different things to weigh in this
Double-edged sword.
Yeah, right. For sure.
Double-edged sword.
Yeah, I mean, whenever you hear somebody having to give their kids up, whether it's, in her case, it's like it was by choice or whether it's by, you know, if it's not their choice, it immediately thinks like, damn, that's fucked up, you know? Because I'm assuming the children are young, like the latest one, regardless of the fact, regardless at whatever age you are, shit, I still need my mom and I'm 36.
Mm.
You know what I mean? So them kids gonna need their mama. It's
And
nothing like
they don't have the dad.
they don't have dad, and there's
Right.
nothing like a mother's love. You know what I mean?
Another.
So, and also like
No, go ahead.
thinking from the children's standpoint, just think about that. You gave me up. Like
That
you know
was
what I
gonna
mean?
be my point. I'm
Yeah,
making.
you gave me up. You know, and children not always gonna understand that, and especially whenever she comes back. And then when she does decide to come back, can't the kids get like split apart when they go to CPS?
Yeah, man.
So one
It's
of your
a harder
kids,
process
one of
getting
your
your kids from the
kids
state
end
to
up
giving
in
it to 'em.
Maine, the other one in California, 2 in Florida, and you got to go all over the place. That's a whole nother process, and I hope she's ready for that battle. Whatever she's doing to make her life better, I hope she reaches that level when it's time to get her kids back. But for anybody else that's out there having these thoughts, like there are programs out there that help women like in need. I don't know, you know, I know as far as probably they might give you, I don't know about money, but I know they offer like a housing, probably some childcare assistance, things like that. Me and my wife, we just recently lost our NCI. We had to take our kids out of daycare. So look into NCI if it might take you a while to get on it, but that's a great fucking
I remember getting NCI.
yeah. I remember
Good old
too.
days.
I wish I can get it back.
Mm.
That shit went from $130 a month to $430 a week. So, and I ain't had no sleep since we took them out. Kids, but that's another thing. Everybody, so I understand like her being tired because I have twin 4-year-olds. My son ran out the room this morning when he woke up, bro. Like I hear him like heavy ass toddler feet coming out the room, doom 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 doom, straight to the TV, turning on Paw Patrol. Then he go in the freezer getting ice cream, bro. It's 9:00 in the morning,
And the TV got to be on 90.
and it's
90.
loud.
Oh,
Yeah, and bad enough, like we don't have all the space like we would like, so I gave up the bed for them to sleep in the bed. I'm on the couch, and he come right there where I'm at, and turn everything on. So I get it, but I also understand the fact that I do have help. My mama is willing to get them every other weekend. You know, so I do understand it's a very like tricky subject.
Right.
My heart goes out to her and the kids. I just pray that she really is getting her
Trying.
shit together and doing the right
That's
thing.
the other part where I was like, at first when I saw the video, I was like, dang, you know. And I felt she was strong because I've had days, like I said, where I was like, oh, I don't want to go home. Like, I'm just tired of them.
Mm-hmm.
And I never thought of giving them to CPS. I just wanted them to go with their other parent.
Right.
So I was like, that's
Even if
that's
for
a lot.
like
That's
a
strong,
month or two.
right?
Yeah.
That's a lot
Yeah.
because she was crying. She's very. I could tell she loves her kids.
Mm-hmm.
But then you give them the CPS and you turn around doing a radio interview and you just like, what we doing? I was like, oh, you just want to be responsibility free. That's selfish.
Yeah. And I just want to know, like, at what point do you realize you get to 5? Like at 3 or 2.5 kids, you ain't realize like
yeah, you
can't do
2.5.
Yeah.
Yeah, why-
Like,
why
'cause
she
soon
6 months.
Yeah, or
Why
soon
she
as,
6 months? She like, man, I shouldn't be 6 months right now.
soon as he
man.
pulled it out with no condom, she
Yeah.
should have been like, I'm having trouble with the 2 I got.
Yeah,
You
man.
finna put a
I
condom
don't
on.
know. I had 2 and I was like I told you earlier, I accept a lot of accountability. I've had 2 kids out of wedlock. I've never been married. And I decided after the second one, I'm so traumatized, I took my ability away to conceive kids. So I got my tubes removed by choice. I'm so glad I decided to do it because I'm head ass when I'm in love.
Yeah.
So I knew I was going to end up meeting another guy, and I probably was going to have another kid, but I'm so terrified of getting left again. I don't even want to roll the dice. So
It's a double-edged sword, man. Double-edged sword. You know, kudos and to her for being brave enough. But those babies, man, I have 3. You know what I mean? I got one that's 8, 14, and one that'll be 17 next month. And I love my children to death. You know, if y'all know me, anybody know me, I love my children to death. I couldn't imagine going through the rest of my life, giving them up, anything like that. You know, that's just me. But in the event that I just couldn't do it anymore and I had to give them, I would be heartbroken. Like, Like I would be distraught. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like I just can't imagine the feelings of those kids being asleep one night in their bed at their mother's home, and then the next morning they're being walked into CPS telling them, what bunks they're gonna be in, what time lunch is, what time breakfast is, almost like jail.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's and then whatever the ages are, you're not gonna see your brothers and sisters because the oldest one is gonna be in this type of group home, and the middle one is gonna be in this type of group home, and it's different stuff that goes on with this CPS crap that I couldn't.
Yeah, and to think about it, you separating them, and they all they got.
You know what I mean?
Their mama was all they got, and then she, did what she felt like she needs to do, and it's like now we all we got, and now we could.
It's just a loaded situation.
Yeah, it's like you'll go crazier thinking about them not being in your house than losing your mind and losing sleep with them in your house.
Yeah,
Bruh,
man.
my daughters don't live with me, right? Like I'd be hurt. Like for example, next weekend, it's the first weekend of their lives that we've been doing this, this co-parenting that they have said, "Hey, I'm not coming over next weekend."
Yeah.
Bruh, I was so tight.
Yeah.
I was like, "What?
Yeah.
What you mean?
Yeah.
What you mean you ain't coming over here this weekend?" Her boyfriend's graduating next week. Fuck, they got to do with me.
yeah. I can take you to the graduation.
Right. I was like, what you mean?
Yeah.
Right. But at the same time, like I had to realize too, like she's 17, bro. Like we're getting to that point where now they're gonna start saying, all right, hey, look, I don't really want to go over there. I got this going on. And to a certain extent, like I gotta be cool with it.
I'm glad you brought that up because me and my daughter's mom, right? We've been having, we haven't been like beefing or nothing like that. I wouldn't say that, but we've been having some
tips.
some discourse, right?
Yeah.
And I want to ask y'all. So for the better part of Layla's life, me and her mom haven't been together. I'll have Layla for a year. She'll have her for a year. Layla go over there on the weekends. Or I remember at one point it was 7 days with me, 7 days with her. That kind of a thing, right? As of Layla's sophomore year, her mom got married. They moved to Richmond. Layla was having some issues at the school she was at. So she went full-time at the school closest to her mom. We stayed too far apart for me to be trying to get her to school way out there every morning, right?
That's
so she's
35-minute drive, something like that.
45 minutes, especially during school hours. So Layla, the better part of this year, sophomore and junior year, right? She's been full-time living with her mom. So as y'all know, I'm busy. Like I'm super. Like I do a lot. Like a fucking lot. But obviously my daughter's at the age where we communicate every day.
Right.
We don't need a middle person. Like we talk every day.
Same. Yeah,
Good morning, baby. What's going on? How's your day today? You all right? You have a good day? Cool. That's what we do. You know what I'm saying? We don't need a middle person. We don't need a mom, basically.
There's a line of communication.
Right.
Pick up a phone,
Right.
call. Yeah.
But recently, her mom was like, you don't know the expenses. You don't pick up the phone and call me and see what she needs. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, whenever Layla need anything, she hit me and I give it to her like immediately. But I had to step back and think, like, she's with her full time. There's shit that I don't know about that's going on daily that adds up. You know what I mean? And we were texting. So I said, call me because I think you think that I'm upset that you asked me this because I think she had asked. She was like, without context, she just sent me a message that said, what you think is a fair amount for you to send me for her monthly? I'm like, you done lost your goddamn mind. Like, Layla's about to be 17. What the hell are you talking about? So I was like, call me because we need to talk. Like, I don't know what's going on.
I'm not mad. I'm just a little confused.
Yeah, I'm like, let's talk. So when she started saying those, I'm like, okay, I get it. I understand. For the better part of her life, like I said, she's been with both of us the even amount of time. So neither one of us had to really ask each other for anything. So we don't even really know how to go about doing that. Like, we don't know how to co-parent, really, because we've never really had to do that because we've always both been there, no matter what. Yeah. So we don't even really know how to, hey, Layla needed 150 added up all together this week. I'm a little short. Do you got something? We don't even know how to do that. So we had the conversation, and I understood where she was coming from. I'm like, okay, I get it. I get what you're saying. So moving forward, there's going to have to be some form of communication because I can tell you that I can do better. I'm going to try to do better. But if I'm talking to my daughter every day and I'm buying Shein carts and Fashion Nova carts and whatever she wants, like pretty much whenever she calls, Layla ain't calling for the necessities.
That's what I was gonna.
Layla ain't gonna hit me up about the necessity. Layla ain't gonna say, "Oh, my mama had to take me to the urgent care and it was $75 today." I'm not gonna know that unless you tell me that.
Yeah.
So you gonna have to call me and tell me. And granted, I ask questions. Like you just can't. And here's another big part of how I am. You can't go spend $200 on something and then call me and say, "Send me $100 because I just spent $200 on this." No.
Let me know ahead of time.
Call me, tell me what you want to do, and okay, all right, cool, that's fine. Go do it. We can't find it for cheaper. No, it's $200. Cool.
Or hey, I might know somebody that can get it for cheaper.
Exactly, like anything like that. And we had the conversation, great conversation. We communicate well, but it was a trying moment that we never experienced with each other, and I was just like, I wonder if people have went through this type of ordeal, and I ain't never been through that kind of shit. Like, it felt weird. I was like, damn, this how this shit feel. I never felt like that before, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit, it do. Now I see where y'all be talking about how y'all be feeling and shit, because I was like, you ain't finna sit here and tell me you want, because I felt some type of way. The fuck you mean you want monthly, baby? You want child support from me? The GOAT? Nah, I'm deeming myself the GOAT, but it's like, okay, I get it. You right. Like, maybe I do need to call you once a month or once every 2 weeks. Hey, what's going on? Everything good? You ain't had no unexpected expenses. I got to get better with that, but I told her. She was like, I don't want to be trying to call you and hound you about $100. I'm like, well, Jazz, if I don't know, I don't know.
Yeah.
You're going to have to call me, baby. Sorry about that. Like, and I got to do better, too. I got to reach out to you, and you got to reach out to me. You know what I mean? But I just felt like that was a moment of clarity on my end. Like, okay, I get what you mean. Because remember, I think we had this conversation before. I'm like, she got me fucked up, man. Layla about to be 17. I'm not about to do this now. But then I had to realize, Layla not with me as much as she with you no more right now, just this previous year. So it made sense. So you got it on your mind.
Well, I mean, because mine's a little different, right? Like, I've been on child support for 14 years. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's going automatic. You know, that comes straight out the check. But to your point, like, yeah, there's some times where you don't think about expenses bigger than what the child support is covering. But there also should be a healthy line of communication. I'm being very careful on how I speak about this, by the way. There needs to be a healthy line of communication between the both of you to be able to handle certain things.
100%.
And I also think that there are situations where one parent may feel like this is top priority versus the other parent feeling like this can wait. You know what I'm saying? And some of those conversations aren't easy to have either. But in the end, I think that what has to happen is both parents, regardless of the situation, have to put their pride to the side and have a healthy conversation.
Yeah. And I think we just did that. This was recently. This may have been last week because this had been going on for like maybe a month or two. And I'm just like, I just don't understand where you're coming from or what you're talking about. And that was me being arrogant about what I do and how I go about, parenting my children or whatever. And it was me not hearing her. So that's why I said, hey, pick up the phone. Because a lot of this was through text.
Yeah.
Hey, pick up the phone. Let's talk. Let's see what's going on.
And then you can't understand tone.
Yeah, through text. So it was more so like, let me hear what you're talking about, hear my responses, and let's go from there. And when we did that, we got an understanding. It was like, okay, cool. Like, let's communicate better. If she needs this, I won't buy her this shit. I'll give it to you for her to get this. Like, and that's all it was. It was just misunderstanding, miscommunication.
That's majority of it.
Yeah, that's all it was. We picked up the phone and we had an adult conversation about it. And that was it. And we've been straight ever since. There's been no issues. She was like, I was like, okay, because she was saying, yeah, you don't even, get her on the weekends no more. I'm like, get her on the weekends? Man, my baby finna be 17. My baby know, like, when she want, Layla, what you doing this weekend? Oh, nah, we doing it. They don't be wanting to be with you.
Yeah.
Like you just said, they don't be wanting to be with you. But I tell her all the time. And my daughter's like this. She know I'm the fun house. So she'll hit me like, what y'all doing this weekend? Y'all ain't doing nothing. I'm good. Like, and I'm cool with that. I don't want to make it that kind of a situation where you only come over here when we doing some shit. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can come over here and chill with us and your brothers and we ain't doing no shit. Just sit in the house. That's cool. Yeah. But also, I don't care if you don't want to come over there and just sit in the house. You want to do something.
Nah, I'm tight.
You're 16 though. You know what I mean? Like, they doing stuff. You know what I mean? And that's fine with me. As long as it's safe. Yeah. As long as they not in getting in no trouble, I don't have no issue with that.
Yeah, and I had, again, like, I had to have this talk with myself. Like, bro, Jay's 17. She's got a boyfriend. She's got a car. She's looking for a job, trying to figure out what she really wants to do. When she starts doing all that, she's not going to come over on the weekends that they're, supposed to come with me.
Right.
And that little bastard, my little Libra over there, is going to follow right behind and say, nah, I'm going to stay at home too then. Mm-hmm. It is what it is.
Last topic I want to talk about, man, I've been met with a lot of death this year. Mm-hmm. Like, a lot of death.
I heard, by the way.
And I don't know how to really navigate it. Like, I don't even know what it means. And I just want to ask y'all a question of, have y'all had a time in your life where death seemed like super prevalent in your life? So earlier this year, it started with my brother's brother. We good? Mm-hmm. So my brother's brother passed away. He overdosed. A week or so, not even long after he passed, my brother's grandmother, who took care of that brother, passed away. Mm-hmm. Fast forward. Who was next? It sounds bad saying it like that.
Was brother's baby mama this year, or was that last year?
That was last year. Melanie.
That was last year.
It sure was.
It was last year. I think so. My cousin, his girlfriend who was pregnant, all three of them passed. An unfortunate situation. I'm not gonna get too many details, and then a classmate, a wrong way driver. Y'all might have seen this story. I don't know. A wrong way driver shut down the freeway on 59 in Lyons, killed a classmate of mine. Mm-hmm. So like it's been like back to back to back to back, and then the father of the cousin who passed with her, his girlfriend passed. Mm-hmm. Like it's been death has been so prevalent in my life, and I'm just like, what do you take from it? Like, I know God sends messages and waves, if you believe. I don't know, what the belief system is in this room, but I just been having a hard time trying to grasp what the message is, or what do y'all think death being so prevalent around you means, or what does it even mean, if it means anything to either of y'all?
So I don't think it's specific to death, right? I think that we all deal with what they call towering moments, right? And unfortunately, there's a lot of towering moments going on for you, right? Mm-hmm. But sometimes for you, it might just be, hey, you need to sit down. Yeah. You need to slow down a little bit. Yeah. You need to appreciate things. Whether they're trying to tell you appreciate people, appreciate the time, I don't know, right? But it could just be a warning sign like, hey, you need to start taking advantage of the time that you're here and understand, work on this, work on that. But the other part that I would say is also, like, deal with it too, right? Like, don't try to bury that shit, because that ultimately results into worse.
And that's the other part to it. Like, I really don't know how to process any. Oh, that's who I missed. My father's wife's brother, her best friend, he passed away this year. Like, it's been a lot, bro. And I really don't know how to process a lot of it, because it's coming in waves. It's coming in droves. Like, it's coming so fast. It's like,
can't deal with the first.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, damn, another person.
You almost numb now.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even know what kind of a feeling to have. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And all I can, like, I was talking to one of my other friends. We were talking about our classmates' death, and I was like, because this person in particular, very good person, very good person. Never known this person to be in anything negative or nothing like that. And I was saying, all I can hear my grandma saying, "Baby, when God starts to take the good ones, you need to start paying attention."
Mm-hmm.
That's all I can hear her saying. You know what I mean? And it's like, I'm fucking paying attention. I'm wide awake. I don't know what's going on, but something is happening, and it's very, very prevalent. Like it's over me. You know what I'm saying?
It's like a cloud, a dark cloud.
It's over me, bro. Like it's just like, damn. And in the midst of it, it's like I gotta keep on doing the shit that I'm doing because how can I not? There's people depending on me, but it's still like, damn. I understand. My father's wife is grieving. My family's like, this is nobody. This is not far family. This is immediately. This is my dad's brother's son and his family. That's
I would
gone.
say though, like, although there's a lot of people that depend on you,
Sit your ass down.
they can't depend on you if you don't take care of yourself.
Right.
I was gonna say the same thing.
Shit just is crazy. And R.I.P. Trey, R.I.P. Kwee Junior. Who did I miss? X, Granny, and Tish. Yeah, Tish. That one that fucked me up, bro. That one fucked me up.
It's the first time that I saw you actually like say something publicly that I was even like,
That one touched me differently because let me just tell you a little backstory. So Tish, been knowing Tish since maybe 7th, 8th grade. Yeah, and I've only known her to be with one man. She was still with this man, married, 2 kids. Their sons are around the same age as my sons. Tish, if you saw them kids, you saw her. So and this happened on Mother's Day. You know what I'm saying? So now it's like they gotta, every Mother's Day they gotta relive that.
yeah.
And it's I know they taking it hard.
I mean, you have to. I mean, you're not have to, but you're going to, right?
And it was a tragedy. Like I heard the story. You know, I talked to someone who was actually on the freeway. Bruh. When I say
Bad.
Hey man, rest in peace, Trish. Rest in peace, Trey, Kwee. It's been a lot, bro.
Yeah.
It's been a lot. But episode 59 just was part.
No, let it out, bro.
See y'all next time.
Yeah, cut the cameras.
Cut the camera off.
I was gonna say something.
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
it's
Go ahead.
okay.
No,
go for it.
we can cut that last one. I'll cut it off again.
I just put it at the
You
very
look
end.
like you're gonna cry.
I know. That's why
If
I was
you
trying to
need
get out.
to.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying. Let it
Good.
out.
I'm good. I'm good.
Judge you for
I look at death a lot different. Like I said earlier, I'm a spiritual person, and I'm not a Christian. I feel like I need to say that, but I also want to say I heavily believe in God, but I believe a lot in the spiritual realm. So when I start to think about death, I don't get as sad as I used to because I know I can still visit you. You're not here in the flesh, but your spirit, that's something we're going to have forever and ever. So, you know, I don't really hold on to, oh, they're not here anymore because not that I practice witchcraft, but I have gifts from God where I can talk to people that's not here. So, I guess for me with death, it's of course it's sad because, you know, we love to see them and hear them and all of that, but I just kind of think of it a different way. Like, okay, they're not here, but I can go to your grave where your body is, and I can still talk to you. I can still connect with you.
Yeah.
I can still speak out to you, just like we do with God. And that's just the way I look at it. Like, you know, I talk to my grandparents a lot. It doesn't really scare me as much as it used to. Yeah. But I know a lot of death, because it is so sad and sorrowful, it can like give you that dark cloud, and it's like, dang, am I next? Like, this person. And we never know our time and our day, so it's like a wake-up call. Like, okay, I need to fix this, I need to fix that. But That's just the way I look at it. Like, oh, they're not here. They're not here, but I can still connect with them. So it kind of comforts me to know, like, I can still talk to you if I need to. Hopefully I'm not calling the wrong spirit. I don't want to get into that. But that's just the way I look at it. Like, we're not in physical form, but spiritually, that's a whole different type of thing. The vibes.
Yeah, I'm fortunate enough not to have experienced anything like that yet. I have lost people that, I've lost my aunt, my best friend's dad, who was a father figure to me. Ex-girlfriend's dad actually died on my birthday one year, and he taught me some things as well as far as being a man. So I don't really know if there is a message in it, but I can just tell you, like what Dennis said, sit down, take your time for yourself, love on your people that's here, and
Cry.
for shit show cry, because holding that shit in, that ain't nothing.
And
but
I
like,
haven't, bro. I haven't.
added-
That's the thing. Like I don't even.
last
I felt it build up just now. You know what I'm saying? And then bro, I almost forgot. Brittany's brother's child died.
damn.
Like it, bro. Like I'm telling you, know, it's a lot of deaths when you can't even remember.
Name everybody, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that was a time right there. Like that baby. I don't even know if that baby was one. I don't even know if that baby was one. I think he died from SIDS. I'm not too sure, but it's like damn.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this is close proximity. This is next to me. Like I can reach out and touch, and it's like damn, bro.
I
Damn.
think you should start with yourself. Like they said, like he said, you can't take care of who you need to take care of. You're not good. But you're not letting it out. Like you said, you felt the build up, and I felt it. Felt it coming.
It's in the room.
When you're by yourself,
Cry.
you got to. And I know men are really big on not crying. In your car, wherever you feel safe, in the closet, in the shower, just start and just let it. Just get whatever it is, because you're going to have to get that good, ugly crowd, and then your soul going to feel better. But
Want me to send you a song?
Nah.
You know it. You know a song.
No, I'm good for a phone call too.
No,
Like,
don't
come on,
invoke it.
let
Yeah,
out.
nah, you know a song
but
to
I
do
think
it
that's
too.
where you should
Yeah.
start.
Yeah.
Jamie Foxx.
Boy,
That I wish you was still here.
boy, Jamie gonna do it. Jamie gonna do
Definitely
it.
get it out, bro. Because last thing you need that to do is turn into like a stress that's worse.
And the
I
reason,
think not to like, make it seem like anybody's fault or like I'm not perfect. But when you said your brother's brother passed away, and then the grandmother that took him, I think grief may have got her.
yeah,
And then she's old.
she was. It eased her. She knew he was okay. Now she was okay. You know what I'm saying? So I felt, and this is the weird kind of shit that happens, bro. And this is what made me bring this topic up. I'm sitting at work yesterday. Mind you, I told you my dad's wife's brother passed away. Her other brother, I haven't seen this man now, in years. Physically seen him. I've seen him online or whatever. I don't know if we even talked online, but I haven't seen. I know where he walks into where I work. I bullshit you not. Walks into where I work and delivers a package. I said, "What the bro?" Because he don't know, but I know. Like I'm like, "What the fuck?" Like he literally showing me everybody. I'm like, "What the fuck, bro?" Like this shit scared me.
You remember we've had this discussion. Remember with the whole owl situation,
Yeah.
right? So it's like, hey, somebody is saying something to you.
Yeah, bro.
But you need to fucking listen.
I'm trying. Bruh.
Like y'all told me, motherfuckers ask for signs every fucking day of the year.
I don't know
They'll
what
never get
sign
'em.
I asked for this though.
But that's what I'm saying. And they get them. I wasn't asking for nothing, and it was still being brought to me.
Bro, if that was like the straw that broke the camel's back. I was like, what the out of all people, bro? I was like,
What you got to do today?
As soon as I leave here, I gotta go to a basketball game on Ella. Like we in a tournament.
How many games?
2, 5, and 7.
You got a tournament tomorrow
Yeah.
in the morning?
I don't know yet. It just depends on how we play today.
Man, go blow that game and go to sleep, bro.
Bro,
Them kids will be all right.
bro, literally when he walked in that room, in that that job. He was like in shock. He was like, "What's up, bro?" I was like, "Nigga,
What you doing here?
what the fuck?"
Have you ever meditated before?
I don't know.
How?
I don't know if I did. I don't know if I did it correctly. I don't know.
Meditation will really, you can hear God.
Yeah.
I ask for signs all the time, but
Fast.
Yeah.
Try fasting.
I'm gonna try something, man. I'm gonna try something, but
Just don't find yourself in the bottom of a bottle.
nah, man. And what's crazy, y'all know I'm normally
no
drinking.
offense either, bro. Like,
Y'all know I'm normally drinking. I ain't had a drink. I ain't gonna say I had a drink.
Yeah, I was gonna say you a lie.
Yeah, I did have a drink. Episode 59.
59.
This has been a good one, man. Just us part. Miss Raven, thank you again for
Thank
joining
y'all.
us.
Thank you.
Make sure y'all hit up her page again. We're gonna have her pages and stuff in the description.
Go
Go get a
your-
wax. Go get
your
how did you
lashes.
say the man one?
what, Brozillion?
Brazilian. Go get a Brazilian. Go get you some lashes.
Ask her for the numbing cream.
You don't need numbing cream. Don't work.
I'm trying to help you. Hush, girl. Shit.
All
I
right.
like to be honest.
Make sure y'all go like, follow, subscribe, run these views up. Let's go.
Catch y'all the week after next.
TTYL.
Week after next.
Going to Chicago.
Here's the thing, it's just us.
This motherfucker.
It's fine time to tell y'all.